This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pain in the Grass. It is back.
Getting closer and closer to it.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend, 3 big days. Since we haven't had Pain in the Grass for a while, since we missed our big 50th anniversary Pain in the Grass, we're like, let's make 51 the special year.
Let's do 3 days, BJ.
3 big days, Labor Day weekend. And Steve, the bands. Bands.
Celebrating all the eras of rock music, from George Thorogood and the Destroyers playing on Sunday with Sammy Hagar to Incubus and Sublime with Rome playing on Friday, and then you got Alice in Chains, Bush, and a bunch of Breaking Benjamin, a bunch of other great bands playing on Saturday as well. Pain in the Grass has got something for everyone.
Oh, yeah, it really, really does. And lots more bands on the docket as well. And there's a kickoff show, too, which is like a 4th day, August 31st at the Moore Theater with the Pretty Reckless and Aaron Jones. So you want to just basically go, I'm going to turn that whole week into a week of awesome. Then go to Ticketmaster right now. Get all your tickets right there. And if you're looking for some affordability, we still have $9.99 lawn seats available for Friday and Sunday's Pain in the Grass shows. All you got to do is be a Rockaholic Club member. That's free to join. All the info, including how to get BJ and Mig's party tickets, because we have our own special party we're doing. Yeah, really, this is a hell of a show. You want to be part of this, man.
I do.
All the info, KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
Scream his name, B Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa, B Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B Migs. It is Tuesday, so let's turn down for Julio Gulio.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, play ball. Let's go, Julio.
Let's go, Julio.
How do you know him as J-Rod? Do we know him as Julio Gulio?
Julio Gulio in our hearts. Beat those Orioles today.
Yeah.
Orioles?
So we got to. We really do.
Are the Orioles at least bad?
Yes, but they're like,
Yeah.
but sometimes they're not. Sometimes, you're like, what are you doing for such a lousy team? Why are you beating us? That's really the thing you get with Baltimore is like, why are you beating us? You're supposed to be bad.
Yeah, like that's how it was the A's. They were bad. We're like, we should get this. No, we were the bad team for the bad team to beat.
Oh, well,
That's the problem.
At least the Mariners are something.
Yeah.
Or something for somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, we'll see. Wow. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Travis in Texas. Travis, are you there?
Dion's Pizza and a Gatorade bottle for the win.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right.
Well, how'd you get to a Dion's Pizza? I thought they weren't in Texas.
I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico last night.
Nice. Sorry about that. Wow. Where in Texas are you now?
I'm about 5 hours from Dallas.
Oh,
That's
No idea what that is.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I know where Dallas is.
I know where Dallas is, yeah.
Oh, it's 5 hours away, Steve.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
like La Cruces or La Cruces?
Las Cruces.
Yeah.
Well, you
No,
got to be
that's
thinking
in New
that,
Mexico.
Danny, can you tell us where he is? Because if he's 5 hours from Dallas,
He's
and
probably still in
Albuquerque,
Texas, man.
So is he traveling east, west? Where is he, Danny? Do you know?
I mean, if he's going from Albuquerque to Dallas, he's probably going east. Why don't? Yeah.
All right, thanks, Danny.
You're welcome. I don't know
There you
where
go,
he's
Steve.
at. I can't picture where he is, so I don't want to play him.
That's wow. Okay, well, you have no choice. Get out of here.
Goodbye.
We really try to help out with geography.
Yeah, we're not good at that.
No.
For those playing at home, Travis will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Travis, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am.
Which city has had multiple baseball teams, including the Senators and the Nationals?
Pass.
The first Harry Potter movie came out in what early 2000s year?
2001, 2002, 2003.
2001, yes. The pastry known as the eclair originated in which European country?
France.
Yes. Who was the lead singer of The Doors?
Jim Morrison.
Yes. Which Cheers character had the last name of Peterson?
Norm.
Yes. What 2009 movie takes place on a moon named Pandora?
Avatar.
Yes. How many books are there in a trilogy?
3.
Yes. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a mojito?
Lime.
Yes. Leah Thompson played Lorraine McFly in which movie?
Back to the Future.
Yes. What is May's birthstone?
Amethyst.
No.
Pearl.
No.
Sapphire.
No. Which city has had multiple baseball teams, including the Senators and the Nationals?
I don't know.
Ah, all right. Well, Travis gets 8 correct.
Oh, it's too bad because he's in Texas because that's where the Senators are now.
Is that where they ended up going?
Sure did. Went down
Wow.
to Texas became the Rangers.
Oh, that's cool. That's a little bit of info I would have never.
A little trivia for you that maybe can be turned into a beat mix question some other time.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember to do that.
There you go.
Write that down.
And hopefully Steve doesn't know what we're talking about, so he doesn't get a free answer.
No, I don't think he does. But you never know. Steve, you're back. Are you ready?
Ah, yes.
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out because shout out to my hot husband, Jason Cooley. That's the
Oh, you got a hot hose? Oh, wow.
What
Look
happened
at
this
you,
Memorial
man.
Day weekend? I went to
that?
see Top Gun. You apparently got top something.
Whoa, have you met Jason Cooley?
Well, I mean, he's got a great last
Smoking
name.
hot. Might not be hot weather-wise, but let me tell you.
The good old hot husband, huh?
In some language, his name is Jason Ass.
Ass Cooley?
Yeah, cool. You don't call the butt a coolie?
No, Ghoulie.
Oh, we called it a coolie.
You call butts Coolies?
That's what we called them in the Northeast. You call them ghoulies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Well, it's
You guys have this weird language from the East Coast, man.
Yeah, but New
Like,
York
there's
doesn't
no
count.
way.
So, is Coolio, is that like, is he just an ass dude? Is that what's going on?
It's Assio, yeah.
Wow. I
It's
don't know
a
what's
touching
going
happy
on.
birthday, isn't it?
Yeah. She had another question, but I'll save that for listeners on the loose.
Nice.
Shout out to Jason Cooley, the hot
All right,
husband.
Jason. Congratulations on your marriage to Steve. Good job, buddy.
Yes.
Are you ready, Steve? Wow.
Ah, yes.
Which city has had multiple baseball teams, including the Senators and the Nationals?
Washington. Which city? Washington, D.C.
Yes. The first Harry Potter movie came out in what early 2000s year?
2001.
Yes. The pastry known as the eclair originated in which European country?
We just had some pastries this weekend.
Ooh, nice.
Vegan ones from Tacoma.
Oh, fun.
What was the question? I got
The
excited.
pastry known as the eclair originated in which European country?
France.
Yes. Who was the lead singer of The Doors?
Jim Morrison.
Yes. Which Cheers character had the last name of Peterson?
Norm.
Yes. What 2009 movie takes place on a moon named Pandora?
Is that Lilu place? Fifth Element.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the name of the
Place.
Afterworld.
No.
The world of afters.
No. How many books are there in a trilogy?
3.
Yes. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a mojito?
Lime.
Yes. Leah Thompson played Lorraine McFly in which movie?
Back to the Future.
Yes. What is May's birthstone?
Silver.
No.
Diamond.
No.
Gem.
Gem. In the holograms?
It's truly outrageous.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, you managed to tie. Both you and Travis in Texas got 8 correct.
I would get a song if you just said no to him rather than tell him, repeat the question again for him. But all right, I'll allow it.
I'm allowed to have questions repeated.
No.
It's a disadvantage to me.
No, the idea is if he had just said, you said Washington and he said no, you might have gone down a whole different road rather than him going, which city?
I didn't say that. He said it.
No, you did. You said,
No, you deaf weirdo.
You
all
deaf
right.
weirdo.
When he said Washington, what did you say? Did you
I
say
didn't say
He didn't say anything. He
I
was
said
quiet.
nothing.
Steve said, city.
Yes.
And then,
Oh, really? I thought that was you.
Yeah.
No.
Get the wiener out of your ears. DJ.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow. My apologies. I really thought that was you, Rev. Well,
No, I didn't say anything.
All right. Well, in that case, I stand corrected. And Steve, you earned it.
Aha.
You earned the tie. I was so close to a song.
So close.
But Travis, you still did good, buddy. You kept up from getting his song.
Hey, a tie's a win.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, no, but
Well,
okay.
I mean, you're both going to get a point. You just have to go to overtime.
The 2009 movie that takes place on the moon of Pandora was Avatar.
Come on, Steve.
Dude, I've seen that movie.
Did you?
Yeah, I liked Avatar.
Nice. Well,
Not
they're
enough
coming-
to know the...
they're coming out with a sequel.
I'm not that excited about it.
Yeah, it's all about underwater, so they'll be exploring the underwater world of Pandora.
I mean, if they can somehow convince me that it's going to be beautiful and exciting to see on the screen, no matter what the story is, like the first one was,
Yeah.
I just don't know if they can excite me that much.
Yeah, and it looks really good. I saw the trailer in 3D when I went to go see. I think maybe Doctor Strange or something.
Does it look better in 3D than anything else you've seen in 3D?
I can't really tell. I can't really tell.
Because the first Avatar movie was amazing in 3D.
Yeah, and I think it's a step above what that is, but I don't know if it's like by and far like amazing, more amazing. So I mean, I'll probably go see it in the theaters anyway.
Okay.
And does anybody happen to know what May's birthstone is?
Emerald.
Yeah. Whoa. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
How'd you know that?
I don't know. I know a lot about different
Wow.
random birthstones.
I don't think I would have got that one.
See, I know it because my birthday's in May. But,
all right then. You know
it's
what?
not
You got
Dan's
the
birthday's
answer.
not in May.
No, it's not.
His work anniversary is, but I don't think you get I don't think it's a work anniversary stone.
Oh, you didn't see the emerald bracelet we got him?
I'm still waiting from the company to get my gemstones.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming, Danny. We really appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yeah, just wait by the mailbox there. Congratulations on your tie, both Travis and Steve. Whew.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to everybody involved, including me who can't hear. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It is very important that when you do get through to us, that you follow Steve's rule. Because, I mean, he only has one rule. Steve's pretty easy, but there's one rule.
Is it easy like Sunday morning, right?
Just easy.
The rule is just to show some energy and bring it and not sing easy on the radio. Otherwise, we're going to have to go. Yeah, and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted and said, guys, be honest, what would you admit is your worst driving habit? For me, I'm a tailgater. I don't even mean to be rude. I just find myself tailgating people.
Boy, I hate that guy.
Yeah?
I don't even know I don't know how you don't know you're not doing that. Like you can't just stop doing that. It looks really dangerous to me. You see, because you can see what's happening with traffic, and let's just say we're all traveling 65 miles an hour, and you see this guy going 75, and I'm like, dude, I see the lane you're in. There's a guy right there. You're going to have to put your brakes on. Yeah. Why would you want to? I mean, we're all going 65 here. What are you doing?
Sometimes, I find myself like, the tailgaters I hate are the ones that will tailgate you when there's like a slew of cars in front of you as well. Like, what do you tailgate? All right, I'll move out of the way so that you can now ride the butt of the car that's in front of me. Like, I can understand if I'm like the guy that's doing 60 and I'm in the passing lane and there's nobody in front of me. Yeah. And I'm just, all right, I get it. Let me get out of the way. But yeah, I totally, man, I'm trying to think of what I am? I'm a rolling stopper.
Oh.
What do they call them? California stops?
Yeah. I find myself and I've gotten those like stupid red light, infractions in the mail where it's like, I didn't really blow a red light, but I guess I kind of did because I didn't slow down when I was making a making a right. Sorry, at a light.
Oh! In other words, you can do a right on red, but you just went right through.
But I didn't like go right through like balls out or anything like that. But I slowed down. I noticed there was nothing coming. And I just kind of kept rolling through it and made that turn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna get a ticket. And I always do. Not always, but enough times where I'm like, I got to stop doing that. That's probably my worst driving habit. Then I pick my nose, but that doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, that's not a drive. That's not a bad habit.
That just humiliates my wife.
That's just life.
Yeah, that's just life.
I think mine is that I'm a flasher.
Oh, are you?
I don't even know what that. Well, you
that with
shouldn't
your
do that
kilt?
at all.
No. Oh, geez. No.
That's why he wears a trench coat when he drives. You didn't know that?
That is so horrible. You can't do that to people on the freeway.
No, but if I'm not a tailgater, but if you're going slow in the passing lane, I will flash my lights at you. I'll turn them off and on. I will try to signal to you, be like, hey, dummy, you're in the slow lane. Move.
That's funny. Every time somebody flashes the lights at me, I just wave at them.
I
always think they're saying hi to me. I'm like,
they are not. They're saying, hey, dummy, get out of the way.
I'm going to keep doing that from now on.
Tap your brake lights.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's like texting, but for drivers.
Yeah. Morse code.
I put on the hazards, man, to really show them I care.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. But Rev, I can't fault you on that. I think that if somebody, I may get angry and I'm going the speed limit, but it's like, all right, what am I doing? I could go to the next lane and he can get by me. Why am I being this guy? So I think that when I get flashed like that, I deserve it.
You ever think you're getting flashed by someone's putting their high beams on you and then you realize, no, you're just hitting a bump in the road. And it's just I'm like, I'll be driving what the F, man? What is this guy doing behind me? And I'm kind of slightly aggro about it in my head. And then I realize we get another bump. I'm like, oh no, that's just, he's got really bright lights. He's not flashing anything. He's just got those bright headlights.
Yeah, Steve. And you're about to get busy when the guy. You're about to get ragey.
It's the Rev and he's got his shirt off.
Yeah, you don't need that. I really don't have any bad habits because I think my entire... Well, no, but it's not because it's because I'm a horrible driver. I think everything I do is...
They're all just bad?
Yeah, I don't think you can put your finger on just one.
Getting lost. Oh, yeah, that could be one for you, BJ, because the time that when I first moved here, he's like, oh, I'll take you to West Seattle. I think you'd really like it out there. We got so lost.
You guys were in Spokane. You're like, how the hell
I was like, what? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sorry about that, Danny.
It's all good.
Yeah, you know what? I had GPS, so we finally figured it out. Wow.
Mine is definitely speeding.
Oh, yeah, mine
I'm
too.
that person.
Oh, look at you, little speeder.
What's your average speed you think you go?
80.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
I would not want to be in a car with Vicky doing 80.
But it doesn't feel like it's 80.
Vicky,
it does for everyone around you.
Yeah. Vicky, at least keep it to 75 in parking lots.
I try, when parking lots. When I notice it hits 80, I'm like, okay, bring it back. But more often than not, when I look down, I'm like, I'm 80 again.
I'm typically 69. I feel like that's a safe speed. You're not going to get pulled over for speeding in that.
Just
like
under
a school
70.
Zone. Yeah, that seems to be all right. But then there are times I'm guilty. I don't know if you guys are. If someone drives by me that's going fast, I find myself pacing myself with them.
Easy.
And then I look down
that's
and
what
I'm
I do.
What am I doing 77 miles an hour? I was like... And I just realized I was just following the car in front of me. And I was like, well, they're probably not going that fast. I should just follow them.
And that's one of the rules, going with the flow of traffic, the same speed. You can't get in trouble if that's what everyone else is doing.
That's what I think.
And I used to think, well, if they're going to pull someone over, they're going to pull the first car over.
Of course.
Until one time they pulled all the cars that were going fast over. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't always work that way.
Well, yeah. So I mean, if I get caught that way, that sucks. I do find though more and more people, Vicky, are going 80. I'm noticing that myself. Whoa, in the fast lane. Sometimes if you also, if you go in those pay lanes, the pay HOVs, there are people just you know what? It's the Autobahn.
Somebody messaged in saying that it's not necessarily driving, but it's with my car. I'm a terrible parker in parking lots. I tend to take up 2 spots.
Oh, don't be.
How do you take up 2 spots? How do you do that?
Dude, I see some people, they just zoop. They whoop right back right into the spot. They don't even bother fixing it. They're just I'm in a spot. And then they get out. And it just seems like they're oblivious. I don't think they're doing it to be a jerk. There are many that do it to be a jerk, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if I check the lines, I mean, parking is such a premium thing, man. If I'm not between the lines, I'm a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, but then you have some people that attitude, I don't want any cars parked next to me.
Stop. Yeah.
And then just leave your car in the garage if you have to.
Don't drive it. Your car's going to get dinged. I mean, that's just part of life. Rocks are going to hit it. If you're on the freeway with that car, guess what? You're going to get just graveled to death by some truck. It's just going to happen.
So it says, here's a question for you guys then. Do you stay behind the car of someone that's going slow for miles, even though you have room to go around them? Why ride their ass if you can just go around them? Sometimes it's pure laziness or stubbornness.
Or disassociation. You're just one of those driving when you're like, oh yeah, I'm driving behind someone and slowly, and you didn't realize you could move.
Yeah,
I just
I
kind of
don't
space.
I don't ride somebody's ass. I remember the one thing that I learned, the one thing I think I do well is I do keep proper space between cars if I can. I'm always getting people cutting me off. You know, it's like, and I think the people behind me get mad because it's like everyone always gets in front of me because I try to keep the proper space. And then somebody goes, oh, that's enough space for me to get in. And I go, and then I got to figure it out to get more proper space. And it's just like a never ending battle. But I just want to be able to stop if something happens.
Do you ever find yourself like when you're stuck behind a slow driver and let's just say like 6 cars are stuck behind us, and then you're starting to watch, like you're like the 6th one, you're watching, okay, one person gets into the next lane, goes around them, gets back into the passing lane, next car does it, everyone's doing it, and then you finally do it as well, and you finally look over, and that person just seems like they're oblivious, and you're like, oh yeah, how do you not notice that every car behind you is trying to get around you? You just make everybody, like if someone was doing that to me, like all these cars are going around me, I'm like, I should probably get out of this lane. I don't want to be that person.
And more often than not, it just seems like it's a little old person who could barely see over the steering wheel.
Yeah, that or someone who's like,
all right, you know,
on their phone.
Enough shaming me. Yeah, dude, I know and if it's a phone thing, it really irritates me. You know, it's like, dude, you have got to stop doing stuff on your phone when you're driving. You need to knock it off. You better get a hands-free at least and stop holding the phone in your hand.
Dude, right?
Or like, I wish we could just say that on the air.
We can't say that? I mean, D-Pigs, my bad.
What the hell?
I totally. I should, well, look, did you dump me?
Yeah, I dumped you.
Yeah,
I want to keep
angry.
the job too, you know.
I'm a little angry about this, apparently. Forgot you can't say that on the radio.
I mean, there's different ways you could use that word if you wanted to say, you wanted to send a picture of your Dick's Deluxe
yes, exactly.
burger. You can send pictures of that, no problem.
Yeah. Anybody who's on their phone and you see that they're like, they're messing up traffic, and then you go by them, they're on the phone. That's the person that should be able to get a Richard pick. Sorry about that.
The look on everyone in this room's face, like, we're still on the air, aren't we?
Yeah. I totally. That was on me, guys. As you know,
hey, dude. There's been times where I came so close to saying the F word. I get it. I mean, you get so comfortable talking.
Well, it's the anger level. It's like you hit a nerve with me when I drive by somebody who has a phone. And so it's like, you know what? I want to send them a blank pic right now.
Well, I sure hope you don't have those just on file on your phone.
Well, I don't.
Apparently he does.
I don't have my own. I mean,
I just find them on the internet.
I'll just get some internet shots and just send them their way.
Those pictures of me.
I do not want to know your internet search history.
Well, listen, you know what? When you're driving Rev, you search some interesting things and you're angry at the people next to you. Yeah, I mean, really, I think it should be legal that if they're on their phone, you should be able to send them a picture that's just horrific. Yeah. Or a Richard pic. All right, thank you. It's nice to be here. Should I take the rest of the day off? What do you think, Steve?
No, I think I have faith that you can last the next 30-ish minutes.
I don't think so.
I don't know if I have that faith.
Sorry about that. Well, at least it's good that you guys are paying attention and know the right buttons to hit when I'm speaking.
It took me a second to find it. I'll tell you that much.
Woo. That's what she said. Hey. You pick the topic. You guide the show. And I hope Vicky stops swearing on the radio because we don't.
I know that.
Yeah, right.
Terrible.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million,
$6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. You internet listeners got a treat. Your calls, your texts at 933 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody texted in some good news. They took her advice and something good happened because of it.
What? What did they do? They watched that senior movie with Rebel Wilson you told everybody to watch?
Senior year. I hope they decided to just stop listening to our radio show earlier this morning and watch Rebel Wilson's finest work.
Forget Maverick. That movie's way overrated. You got to watch Senior Year like Steve did.
Why watch a movie with a 99% user rating on Rotten Tomatoes when you can watch something that has 20-something%?
You want to go to Netflix, don't watch Stranger Things. That's way overrated. Don't watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, watch Senior Year.
Senior Year was trending. I'm not saying for a good or bad reason, but it was trending on Netflix.
I'm not sure trending for what, but...
For being a movie.
Okay, good enough.
Look, it was better than most Netflix, straight-to-Netflix movies.
That is what I really want from my television viewing experience.
Thank you. I'm glad that you agree.
So what advice did we give somebody that they actually said made their life better?
Hey, this person said, a few weeks ago, I texted in about asking my boss for a raise and asked for you guys' advice.
Oh, wow.
Well, I thought I would give you a follow-up on how it went. I sold myself up on how I'm unemployed. Are you guys hiring? No.
Yeah.
So I sold myself up on why I'm worth the extra money, and he totally agreed. I got the biggest raise in my shop at about 8%, so thank you all and the other texters for the help. Much love and rock on. I think it's more thanking the texters who gave the good advice. I don't think we said anything good. I think we said pull a Jerry Maguire, I think was what we told him.
Yeah, that's what we told him to do. That is fantastic that you get to go in, advocate for yourself. And of course, then you wonder, like, did I get when they say yes to what you asked for, you wonder, should I have asked for more?
Dude, always.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, the company comes back, it's like, yep, sounds like a good call. You're like, son of a bitch, I probably could have went for 10%.
Yeah.
You should now go back and say, I changed my mind. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If that's what you're happy with getting and you got it, I mean, you can't beat yourself up if you think you could have got more. Right?
It's nice to get the recognition. I think I think for generations that are outside of the boomer generation, I think there's different reasons that a raise is a good thing and not just about the money.
Yes.
So, because that's the new thing now is you're asking employees, how can I praise you? How can I make you feel good at the workplace? And it's really different for every person, which is so bizarre. Like some people want that employee of the month plaque up there so everybody can see it. And others go, I don't want to have a big display of recognition. Maybe you can just shut up for, 5 more minutes more than you normally do. And that'd be fine.
I think we learned that everybody wanted a ping pong table. Isn't that what the survey said?
You're right. The ping pong table was really the big thing. Well, good for you, dude. Good. It's not easy to go in and, ask for something because they could say no. And then how do you feel about, the fact that you're like, boy, I don't think I'm being unreasonable here and they don't care. I mean, there's nothing worse than that.
It's almost like asking someone to marry you, and they're like, I still want to be with you, but no. And then you're like, well, crap. What do I want to do in this situation? Like, we're still I still have this job, but I'm not getting what I want out of it. It's got to be a weird feeling.
Yeah, and life changes.
I know that because I've tried in the past when I was first starting radio, and the guy, he never even answered. He just left the room awkwardly and never got back to me about it.
Wow. I feel like you still have a chance.
I'm still waiting for an answer.
I know you're going to, you know what? They're going to hire you, Steve. It's just, those folks they take a while. These are tough decisions they have to make. You're going to get the chance.
Dude, I probably was pitting so hard. I was so nervous. I was shaking in my boots, and I'm given, I'm 20-something years old, and I'm like, this is the moment, man. This is that moment I learned to speak up for myself and demand what I deserve in this job. And he's just like, listens to me and doesn't even say I'll get back to you. He just goes, I'll be back, or something like, I gotta go, or something like that.
I really hate that. I hate no response.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, he just gave me a no answer and didn't even say I'll give you an answer. God, never did.
That's why some of the people that are in the boss positions in our business really shouldn't be there because they don't have the skill set to do it. And I'm not saying they're bad people. Some people just hate giving bad news. They just don't want to say no because it makes them feel horrible.
Yeah, but at least say something. I mean, you might as well at least say I got to go poop or something. And then at least so, I mean.
Yeah, the fact that he just left the room is just like,
yes.
I don't even know. Like, how is that person employed by any company?
Did he never talk to you again?
No.
Wow.
I mean, he would hi by me, but he never, like, he popped in just to see, hey, how's it going? Trying to be like the good boss. Like he was like not the main person you answer to, but the bigger boss. So he just kind of popped in just to say, hey, how's it going? I'm going to talk to the little people here at work, and then all of a sudden here's stupid Steve trying to like corner him for more money.
Yeah.
And he's just like, gotta go.
Yeah,
never coming back again.
Whoa.
I'm going to keep walking whenever I see you so that way you can't stop me.
See, that's not a good boss.
Well, he didn't last very long after that.
Oh, there's a shocker.
Yeah.
That's a really... But you wonder, how did he get there? Like, why did somebody go, you've got management material written all over you? You're going to write down who it is?
Yeah, because you know him.
Oh, I'll tell you right now if the person should or shouldn't have been there. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This could be, oh my God, that guy's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's so bad at his job.
But he's got a nice smile and he makes you think that, like, he likes you.
Here's the thing. One of the nicest people I've met, if I didn't have to work with him.
Yes.
Like, I'm the worst person to work with in that position, but a really good guy.
Great at communication, though, I'll tell you.
It was tough to work with him because he was such a nice guy. And, there's a lot of people that feel the way I do, including somebody, you and I, who's now a big mucky muck in our company, feels the same way you and I do about this.
Yeah, like he was the type of guy, like after it happened, it wasn't like I was like, I hope he gets hit by a truck when he leaves work today.
No,
But it was like, the worst, I was like, maybe I hope a truck drives over a puddle and gets him a little wet. Not even fully wet. Like,
yeah,
he
just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was. And that's the thing is that what he taught me is to know when it's time to leave. He really didn't know when it was time to leave.
When a stupid 20-something-year-old employee asks for a job and more money.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in a position in life and you just don't want to do that job anymore and you are affecting other people, you've got to really know when it's time to go. He should have left 5 years before he did. He eventually did leave, and I'm happy for him because he seems to be retired and has a good life, but he should have left 5 years earlier.
I should track him down on Facebook and get a follow-up answer.
Dude, that's fantastic. Hey, you never answered my question. What do you say?
Right. I'm still holding on. I'm making more than when I asked for back then, but I'd like to know if you still give me that.
You know what, Steve? I still say it's coming. Yeah, it's coming, buddy. Wouldn't that be great if just somebody called you in? You asked a question about 20 years ago.
So now we're docking your pay to give you what you asked for 20 years ago.
Here you go. You asked for, like a $3 raise. Here you go, buddy. You got it. But now, of course, we're going to adjust it to be right where it is.
Someone said, hey, speaking of hockey, because earlier we were talking about the NHL playoffs, they said, I was wondering if Steve has taken the time to watch the show that's a spinoff of Letterkenny called Shoresy.
I saw Hulu was definitely advertising it.
Yes.
I did not watch it, but I saw it.
I watched one episode, and it was so weird.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Weird also because I was just kind of I zoned out for a half a second, and I thought I was in a locker room with some of my old hockey buddies. Because it's great. It's so vile and vulgar, but it's so much fun. And I now want to watch Letterkenny. I've only watched one episode of Shoresy, so I'm not I haven't binged it like the Rev.
Yeah, man, totally binged it, man.
He is out there, that guy.
It's so amazing. Also, it's going to be fun.
The first episode starts with him on the dumper while the coach is trying to talk to his team, and he's yelling at them on the crapper.
This is whole thing. Most of the time on Letterkenny, you'll see Shoresy, and you don't see his face because the main guy, Jared KISW, plays the main guy in Letterkenny, and he also plays Shoresy. So they keep that separate. So you'll see him, and he's just talking ass. Either you see his back or you'll see him in the toilet. Apparently, that's what he's got to do as his pregame ritual. But just the amount the amount of talking he does is so funny. The whole scene where he's the ref of the Friday night high school league is some of the funniest just chirping I've ever heard.
It's just a foul-mouthed hockey player guy. It's a stretch.
Yeah,
but
right?
It's pretty funny, BJ. I think you'd get a kick out of it. And
I'm going to have to. I try. I watched Letterkenny one time, and my hearing is an issue. The subtitles had a hard time keeping up with them. And that's when I was like, whoa, I don't know, this show, I'm missing a lot.
And that's basically the first season of Letterkenny will be that, where you're just trying to figure out what the hell they're saying. And it's not even because it's Canadian. It's because they use so much hockey lingo. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what a celly was was for the longest time.
Bitches.
Yeah, exactly. So once you start figuring that out, it makes a lot more sense.
There's got to be a little dictionary online, right? Somebody probably has like a little
maybe
guide,
I don't know, man. We
That
just
would
kind of
probably be
winged
helpful.
it. We just winged it.
I bet there is now like a Letter Kenny to English dictionary out there.
There needs to be, because because I really just sat there and I said, man, is this where my hearing is really going to be a problem for me in my life? Because I'm sitting there watching the show and I have no opinion of it because I was like, I don't know what happened. That's where I was, and it's like I'm trying to watch this, and like Rev said, I'm watching the subtitles, and I thought maybe the subtitle people were getting it wrong. I don't even know what it means with the subtitles. It's like
I found they have a Letterkenny wiki that has a whole list of all the slang terms.
I need it. Send me that. Send me the link to that.
Too.
I need that because I really feel like I'm missing out on what I know is a phenomenon, and I'm just like, well, it's tough if I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's funny though, because sometimes like you think, okay, you come up with these slangs to shorten certain words, but one that I know that's used in hockey a lot, I'm sure they use in Letterkenny, is instead of calling it practice, they'll call it pracky.
Yeah,
and you're like, well, that doesn't really shorten anything. It's
no, it really
still
doesn't.
2 syllables, and now you sound silly, but that's just what hockey players call it.
Yeah, and it's sort of it's like any group that wants to make up their own language, which makes them even it bonds them together even more. So obviously if you're a real player, that pracky is practice. Where I would go, I know Packy back in Massachusetts was the liquor store. That's all I know.
See, it took me forever to figure out what Ferda was.
Oh, for the boys,
exactly. Yeah. Like, no idea. I'm like, why do they say Ferda all the time? I thought it was a cheese.
Oh, see that? Yeah. And that's what I was like. I don't know what they're talking about. It's like, I know it's English, but I can't understand it.
It's not really. It's its own, thing, man.
Yeah. So Shorzy is pretty cool. I thought the first episode was super fun.
It's on Hulu, by the way. If you don't have Hulu, it's another service you get to go get.
Yeah, go get
until I cancel Hulu, I'll probably keep checking it out.
Oh no, we've got Orville coming on, so you can't cancel Hulu yet.
Orville.
Tell that to Steve.
You know what? Do not say that in front of the rest of us on this show.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I
thought Orville was on Fox. What the hell happened?
It was. But Hulu runs a lot of Fox stuff anyway, so somehow Seth MacFarlane convinced Hulu, let us do one more season. And,
okay, so Fox was done with it, and so they just got picked up by Hulu?
I think the pandemic and the cost, and there was a lot, network television's tough to really put together some of the special effects, just laden sci-fi shows that are out there. I don't know if network television can ever do them anymore because of what the big companies are willing to pay. Like, you got Disney, Paramount, and, now Hulu. Do you think ABC or NBC could put together like all the movie quality shows that are out there? I just don't think they can.
They got the cash to do it. I don't know if they will.
I don't. Yeah, Steve, I don't know. I mean, you got to spend a lot up front. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you put Law and Order SUV on there, you don't have to worry about all the special effects and all the sets and everything is. I think I would imagine a lot easier to do, and they can still make a bundle of money off of that show.
And Law and Order is mostly appealing to 90-year-old men, so their vision's gone. So it doesn't matter if there's any.
You're absolutely right. My mother-in-law.
Law and Order is like the new Murder, She Wrote. I feel like though.
I got her a better TV, and it really didn't matter. She's like, because she can't see. I'm like, what am I doing getting a high-def television for this woman? I'm out of my mind. And so when 4K was coming out, no, you don't need a 4K there, Grandma. You're fine. Believe me.
Let's get you that tube TV. It's working just fine for you.
Yeah, you know what? SD is your friend. Yeah, and that was the problem. I go over her house, and she's watching on this high-def television everything SD. And you see how super stretched out it is and how ugly it looks. And she's like, oh, it's a wonderful picture. And I'm like, okay. You know what? I would tell you to type in 2 more numbers, and you'd get the height. No, I'm not even going to bother. Have a good time. There's even a little thing on the bottom that goes, hey, idiot, do you want to watch this in HD? Because you're not.
Oh, mine just automatically changes to the HD one.
Does it do that now? Because it's been a long. I just go right to the channel. I don't even bother.
For some reason, I mentally can't remember what channel ESPN is on HD, but I know it's channel 31 on standard.
It changes it for you automatically.
Same with the NHL Network for a while, the NFL Network. I would just type in the standard version, and then boom.
Oh, maybe she's now getting HD because it used to just tell you, "Would you like to watch this in HD?" Oh, all right. That's cool. I'm finally getting my money's worth for a television.
It doesn't make the switch when you do DVR. Like if I quickly hit something, like on my app, I'll DVR something, and I'll go back and watch. I'm like, why does it look like pure poop? And I'm like, oh, yeah, DVR, it's the non-HD.
That's the next technology, Steve. You're right. I've done that myself. I'm so frustrated. Like, I recorded the first 3 shows in standard. No!
It's a tough life we all live.
It really is.
Right.
All right, we have a big question that has to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and Megan Fox have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Megan Fox have in common?
I might just be nuts. The more I first of all, I never wanted to know anything I know now about those two, but the more I see, the more I hear, the more I think, you know what, she might be crazy. He might be crazy too.
Well, yeah.
Oh, someone said Steve's oddly attracted to both of their thumbs.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, you like the toe thumb.
Mm-hmm. Both carry Billy Bob Thornton's blood in a vial around their neck.
Ah, damn.
That's Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Man, these textures, they're sending me down the wrong path.
Yeah, they don't understand. Yeah, Megan Fox, as far as we know.
She drinks blood. She doesn't wear blood.
Right. That's the difference. But it's
no, don't they carry around each other's blood, too? There's a weird thing going on there.
Well, see, Billy Bob, that's the thing. Billy Bob and Angelina did a blood thing, and that's probably why they get confused with Megan and Slappy.
And one texter simply says, I'd do either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. Look at
From Jim.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever notice that Megan Fox never wears her hair up? No, I really didn't.
I love that's the headline.
Yeah, but I guess it's a thing, and she doesn't wear her hair up because she hates the shape of her head. She does look like she could be a great alien because she says she looks like a little edamame. She says, my head looks like a little tiny edamame bean, so I don't like to wear my hair up to accentuate the weirdness of my head.
Okay.
But she said,
Kelly's like, I'll be her at a daddy.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sure he said that at some point.
Has he said, I'll be your Edda daddy? You think he's okay? What I'm sure of is Ryan Castle. He's got a 12-pack, and that's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I wasn't doing it to be a douche. I was just doing it because my hands were out. Like, I'm having fun. I'm a child. Anytime we go into a store, hands in your pockets, Steven. I'd have to go every store with my hands fully in my pockets. That way I didn't put my hands on and touch anything.
But it's buyer beware in a kid's store. Mm-hmm. I should say seller beware in a kid's store. I mean, it really, really is. I mean, it's one thing if you walk into your dad walking into a fine adult store like that. Well, not that kind of adult store.
I was going to say, what kind of relationship do you think I have with my father?
That's a good point, yeah.
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are. $20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.